Here's how this works. Had to do with winds. You know how they're always saying, oh, the wind. It actually does. The winds move things and sparks move things. And it doesn't matter how much water you have if 900,000 buildings go up at the same time. Now, having lived in California, I take great offense at pointing fingers. You should be pointing fingers about how can we help?
Yeah.
It's too soon to be saying, oh, it's Gavin's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's like us taking seriously that there are, you know, magic lasers in the sky that direct the weather. That doesn't work. It doesn't happen.
So as Gavin Newsom's popularity continues to collapse among his own voters, the very high IQ, very intelligent, totally smart individuals over at The View have resorted to doing everything they can. They are pulling out all of these stops to defend Gavin Newsom and his legacy amid these California wildfires. Now, I find it very funny because, you know, if you're an establishment Democrat politician who is in a tailspin, you know, you're really struggling, your popularity's not doing great, whether that's Joe Biden or Gavin Newsom, you can't count on much, right? There's a lot of traitors, there's a lot of backstabbers in both sides of politics, but the one people you can always count on, the one group of people you can always trust are the folks over at The View, who no matter what an establishment Democrat politician does, and usually, honestly, just a Democrat politician in general, they will absolutely defend you. So with that said, let's get into this today. Here is Whoopi Goldberg's brilliant, high IQ, she's definitely a very smart person, take on Gavin Newsom's handling of the California wildfires and how none of it is his fault, right? He should not have to take any accountability for a single thing that happened.
Full of the state reservoirs here in Southern California, that mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
Here's how this works. There was a fire catastrophe in California. Had to do with winds. You know how they're always saying, oh, the wind. It actually does. The winds move things and sparks move things. And it doesn't matter how much water you have if 900,000
The winds move things. High IQ take. Thank you, Whoopi Goldberg. What will we do without her political insight, guys? I'm just saying, okay? We need this. This is such important intellectual information. Thank you, Whoopi, okay? Genius as usual. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Buildings go up at the same time. Now, having lived in California, having lost every house save for one that we ever lived in, I take great offense at pointing fingers. You should be pointing fingers about how can we help?
Yeah.
It's too soon to be saying, oh, it's Gavin's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's like us taking seriously that there are, you know, magic lasers in the sky that direct the weather. That doesn't work. It doesn't happen. This is a catastrophe, and this is what's happened. And let's try to figure out how to work towards not having it happen again. But, you know, we don't control Mother Nature.
All right, thank you for that, Whoopi. Again, very stunning, very insightful, very bright opinion you just shared with us. By the way, you don't control Mother Nature? Okay. So you're saying that the entire environmental movement, I'm going to call it, is out the window all of a sudden? Because I thought that mankind did control Mother Nature, and that's why the fires were happening, according to your ideology. But I digress. Lot to get into there, okay? We've repeated and stated before, yes, you know, things happen. I understand that. As she brilliantly states there, the wind moves things. So true, Whoopi. However, here's the deal. Here's the deal. When you have a bunch of brush in a very dry state and you don't clear out the brush, you don't get rid of it for stupid environmental reasons, right? Where they say it's going to mess with the insects or something. And then that brush lights on fire expectedly and causes a massive wildfire. That is something you can do. This is the point that Republicans have been making. They just refuse to listen. We've been trying to tell them for years, you have to take preventative measures to stop this kind of stuff.
There's been a lot of study going on over the last little while, and I will say I think you're going to have, hopefully this is going to be the last of these, because this was a really, really bad one. And I know Gavin's committed, we're all committed, I'm committed to make sure that we get all of this cleaned out and protected. We've got to take care of the floors, you know, the floors of the forests, very important. You look at other countries where they do it differently, and it's a whole different story. I was with the president of Finland, and he said, we have a much different, we're a forest nation. He called it a forest nation. And they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things, and they don't have any problem. And when it is, it's a very small problem. So I know everybody's looking at that, to that end, and it's going to work out.
Yeah, we're just saying, Whoopi, but let's remember, guys, the wind moves things. Therefore, Gavin Newsom should not have to take any accountability. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, please do us a big favor. Make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. You subscribing is the best way to ensure we can keep bringing you these videos. And according to the stats, guys, 69% of you guys watching the, I'm not making that up though, that's the real statistic. 69% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed, so make sure you go and do that. And, you know, we've brought up other things. Maybe you should not keep the reservoir right next to the most fire-ridden area in all of Southern California, right? The Pacific Palisades. Maybe you shouldn't keep that empty for an entire year because of sheer incompetence and overregulation, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But whatever. According to Whoopi, the big excuse, her brilliant, bright take is that the wind moves things. Therefore, Gavin Newsom is not accountable. Now, guys, what exactly is going on here, right? Let's kind of explain. Let's delve into the political psychology of why The View, as well as a lot of other Democrats, despite the obvious warning signs in front of them, are trying so hard to defend Gavin Newsom. Well, as it turns out, because they know if Gavin Newsom goes down, they're really left without a clear 2028 frontrunner, right? Obviously, as much as it's not said publicly, everyone kind of knows Gavin Newsom was supposed to be the shoo-in for 2028, and he is largely collapsing. Guys, this is according to the Hill's election desk, and this right here is very telling, right? This is Gavin Newsom's favorable versus unfavorable rating across the country, I believe. Yeah, this is the national, so apparently across the country. And this is kind of hard to get reliable data on because obviously, you know, he's not a current national candidate running for election, so there's not a ton of national polls on him. However, it is worth pointing out here, okay? Take a look, even like right before these wildfires, as of December 1st, 2024, of where his favorable versus unfavorable rating was in, okay? So only 27% of Americans nationwide viewed him as favorably, whereas 49%, almost 50% of Americans who have an opinion on Gavin Newsom was negative, unfavorable. And you have to imagine right after these fires, it's probably going to go up to what, 60%, maybe even 70%. But even as it currently stood right before these fires, guys, Gavin Newsom had an unfavorability rating. He was viewed as like negative 22%, approximately unfavorable by the American people. But yet the Democrats are still looking at this guy and saying, well, we don't have anyone else to run because you guys are a desperate party right now, and I understand that. But largely like, oh, he has nice hair and he's a white guy because people still think that, oh, Kamala Harris only lost because she was a black woman, etc. So this is clearly our guy. Negative 22% approval rating. Well, that's about in line with Joe Biden. So this must be perfect, okay? But anyways, just going to point that out. But let's also understand, right? That's why you're going to see Democrats circle the wagons around Gavin, because they know we're screwed. Who are we going to run? Who's going to be the primary candidate? And certainly, if it's a wide open primary, that also means that the kind of Obama Pelosi clique of the party, right? The establishment, the kind of people pulling the puppet strings inside the DNC, they're not going to be able to anoint a candidate if there's no one to anoint. And so that's kind of dangerous also for the power struggles in the Democrat Party, etc. But that's basically what it's about, right? They're doing everything to make sure their 2028 frontrunner does not go down. But let's keep staying on this topic of the, again, brilliant takes of the ladies of The View, because we have Sunny Hostin. You know, any video that we're going to do about The View saying really stupid things, sorry, smart, intellectual, stunning, and brave things, is going to involve Sunny Hostin. So take a listen to what she had to say about Trump, all right? So, you know, we're going back to like Trump is the real problem here, even though California is burning because of Gavin Newsom's policies. Here's what Sunny Hostin had to say.
Experts have said that it's the local water shortages happened not because there wasn't water, but because the city's infrastructure wasn't designed to respond to a fire as large as the one that happened. So you are absolutely right about that. In terms of politicizing this fire, that's what I've been most disgusted by. I was thrilled to learn that Mexico was sending aid, you know, the very people that Donald Trump would like to build the wall against. Well, they must have climbed over the wall because now they're here helping put out these fires. Canada, who he wants apparently to be the 51st state, they are here helping us. So our neighbors have come in and helped us. And that's what should be happening. And I applaud Mexico and Canada for helping. But who I don't applaud is someone like Jesse Waters on Fox News. This is what he said. He blamed LA fires on diversity.
So let's not politicize the fires. And then 2 seconds later, she mentions Trump and takes shots at Trump. Great job of not politicizing the fires, by the way. Okay, just brilliant once again, as usual, from Sunny Hostin. She's so smart, guys. Isn't she just such a stunning and brave individual? Now, look. So you can bring that up. I can't understand how someone's politics can be this dense, which it's like, you know, she brings up, oh, well, Trump wants to deport illegal immigrants. He wants to build a wall, but Mexico is sending its firefighters. Therefore, haha, look, the Mexicans are good. It's like, what? What kind of take even is that? First of all, are you saying that all the illegal immigrants are Mexican? Because that's not true. Are you saying all Mexicans are illegal immigrants? That's also not true, right? What is that even supposed to mean? The Mexican government is sending aid to the United States. Therefore, all illegal immigration is okay? What? You know, it doesn't even make any sense. But as usual, there you go, Sunny Hostin. It's like, look, you know, look at these Mexican firefighters. They're doing a great job helping Americans. Therefore, Tren de Agua, a crazy migrant gang, you know, the one from Aurora, Colorado, Tren de Agua from Venezuela must be allowed to stay in the United States, must be allowed to stay in this country because, look, Mexico sent their firefighters. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for this brilliant take, Sunny Hostin. Okay. Okay. But also on that note, guys, I want to point out here, because I saw some liberals saying like, well, Canada and Mexico sent their firefighters, but I didn't see Texas sending them. I didn't see Florida sending them. So just a little fact check here. Texas, you know who else has sent their firefighters to fight this fire? Texas. Okay, as you can see right here, you know, they sent people, they're helping out. A lot of states are helping out, as well as foreign nations. That's good. Okay, we're not hating on that. However, Sonny, where's the mention of this, huh? You say the Republicans are so bad. You say the Trump supporters are so bad. Well, look, Texas sent like a dozen firefighters. So therefore, you're debunked. All people from Texas are actually good. All Republican voters in this country are actually the best people ever. And under your logic, right? I don't know. Okay, but guys, let's remember fundamentally, what's the most important takeaway from this video? I don't want you to forget, the wind moves things, all right? So there's the view for you guys. All right, with that said, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, God bless and peace. Oh, remember also, the wind moves things.
The winds move things.